Hi everybody, welcome to February, and it's actually the 7th, so we're already a quarter of the way through. So my first bit of news is that we're up to 20 subscribers, so celebratory coffee for that. And I'm still having laptop issues. Thing broke apart like a cracker 44 days after I had it, and nobody wants to fix it. So I've been calling and fighting with customer service all over the place. Not very happy right now. And of course, to put the poop cherry on the poop cake, my car broke down this week, right in the middle of the road. So that's the kind of week I've been having. But a couple of things have made it better. So on top of reaching 20 subscribers, I got a really cool piece of news that one of the authors, she wrote under May Kerr, and she writes under the name Mehan Bowie, which I think is her full name, in Singapore, where she lives. She's one of the authors in the anthology that I edited last year called Not Just a Pretty Face, Women of Horror, Volume 1. And I loved her story. Her story was called Miss Cassidy and the Pontianak. And it's a story about an Irish lady around the turn of the century, the 20th century, who goes to Singapore for a job as a companion to a young woman. And turns out that the family is being haunted by the Pontianak, which is it's a Southeast Asian ghost, and it's kind of like a vampire creature. She takes the form of a beautiful woman, but then when you get up close to her, she eats your soul, kind of thing. And so Miss Cassidy ends up doing battle with this creature, and it turns out that Miss Cassidy is not everything she appears to be either. So I really enjoyed the story. And in the fall, I did a series of actually it was last summer. Anyway, I did a series of interviews with the authors from the book, and I talked to Mehan about the story, and I told her how much I liked the character and wanted to read more about her. And so while she was in lockdown, Mehan started writing more, and she ended up turning the Miss Cassidy story into a book. And that book just won an award in Singapore, so isn't that exciting? And all of that on my suggestion. So I'm really excited that I'm excited for Mehan, and I'm looking forward to reading the book about Miss Cassidy, because Miss Cassidy is just a great character. So February is Women in Horror Month. And the other thing that I've got going on is, I don't know if I ever told you this, but I do interviews over at the Horror Tree. I'm a volunteer there. So this week I sent out a call for as many women authors, horror authors, as I could get, who wanted to participate. And so I sent out quick bites, sort of six quick questions, and those will start appearing next weekend. So if you want to go check out the Horror Tree, you should always check it out anyway, because it's a really great resource. If you're a fan of horror, if you're a horror writer, we post, in addition to interviews and reviews and articles, we also have listings where publishers are looking for stories. So if you're a horror author and you're just looking for where to publish your work, it's a great resource. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about is that in addition to being Women of Horror Month, it's also Black History Month. So I'm looking forward to reading some work from some Black authors, and particularly Black women authors, who maybe aren't as well known. And and just tell you what I think about the stories, and revisit a couple of stories that I've read in the past. And I hope that you'll enjoy the reviews. I kind of debated about this, but I guess I want to apologize in advance. Yes, I'm a white feminist, and I know that white feminism has always been kind of problematic. And I don't want to speak too much about the politics or race relations or anything like that. Obviously, I don't have much to say from where I am. There's nothing in my lived experience that can speak to any of that. So I really just want to approach the stories as a fan of horror fiction. And my reasoning is that I appreciate the work of Black authors, especially Black women authors, because I like books. I just want to read more stories by different people, different types of people, different types of characters. Sometimes, you get tired of just the square-jawed action hero running around saving the day. You get tired of the silly white lady running in her high heels and falling down. And the main reason I'm a horror fan is that the world is crappy. And bad things happen all the time, whether you deserve it or not. And the stories that I like the best are the stories where the good guys win. The good guys win and the monster's beaten, bested. And I'll always root for a story where the monster's beaten, and I guess even if the monster looks like me. So I guess I'm going to leave it there. I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to step on any toes. I just want to read some great stories and talk to you about them. So I hope that I hope that my kind of muddled meaning is coming through here, and I hope that your week's going better than mine. Hope you're reading lots of great horror. Have a great day.